What's up, everybody? Today we're bringing you a gear review on the Genesis 3D printed bow hanger. Quick question for you. How aggressive are black bear mamas when there's cubs involved?
And then time for huddle house.
Hopefully this bear doesn't come after me while I'm calling him. Okay, before we get to the review, a quick thank you to the Patreon subscribers who have helped make this show possible. If you like this channel, you like what it's about, click the link below and consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. That money goes right into production costs, travel costs, hosting site for the podcast, and we do quarterly giveaways and all kinds of extra freebies throughout the year. So click the link below. Big shout out to everybody who supports the channel through Patreon. Okay guys, so today's topic is the Genesis 3D printed bow hanger. It's literally a 3D printed bow hanger, and it's pretty freaking sweet. Now, first things first, this is not meant to be a step. Alright, so it's got a 15-pound weight capacity. I haven't tested that component of it because I really don't want to break it. And I really don't have anything weighing 15 pounds I'm going to put on here. I've got a couple night eyes that I use for my camera bag, and that tends to weigh about 20 pounds, but I'm not hanging that from this. And by the time I am hanging it, my bow arms out of it, all kinds of stuff is gone. This is meant to be a bow hanger, and I've used it as a bow hanger, and it works wonderfully. It folds down real compact, just as you can see there. I mean, it's maybe, I don't know, 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches wide. Ridiculously light, and it's engineered to work on all kinds of daisy chains, the HME strap, and the tethered strap. They're going to be the two that we feature in this episode because those are the ones that I've used. And it serves a lot of purposes. You could use it as a bow hanger itself, which is what its original intent is. You can also use it as a gun rest. And I'll get to that in a second. I'm actually going to show you how that works. But it works really, really nicely as such, which is actually my favorite way of using it. It comes in two sizes, the 3-inch and then the 5-inch model, which is a little longer, obviously. Put these side by side so you can see them here. That's probably the best way for you to see it. But I like them both. I think they're both ridiculously functional. I think if you're going to use it as a gun hanger, like I'm going to show you here in a minute, which is not its original purpose, this is going to be perhaps a better option. And I think the reasoning behind the longer option is if you want to shoot with your bow on the quiver on the bow, then this gives you that ability to stand it off a little further. I take mine off, so if you were like me and you are, a bow hunter, the 3-inch option is going to be perfect for you. I really feel like both of these options are really awesome, and he's made some really cool changes to this model over some of the older models that he had shown on the Saddle Hunter. So I don't know if you can see that here, but this groove right here accommodates any 1-inch strap. And what that does is that strap runs up into this groove, and then this little notch right here prevents it from sliding back out if you were to bump this up. It also folds right down into a hiss strap, and there's a little bit of a trick to doing that I had to learn the hard way, and I'm just going to show you what that is right now, and I'm going to show you how I use these with a rifle or gun while I'm in the saddle. Okay guys, so let's talk installation. This is your standard issue, straight off of Amazon HME strap. And the installation on this is really simple. You keep this unfolded, bring it up back behind it, push the top of the strap down into that groove, and cinch it down in place. You're all done. It's not going anywhere. So as I mentioned previously, there's a bit of a trick to making it work with a hiss strap. And what I'm most inclined, I think most people will be inclined to do, is to pull this strap as tight as they can, cinch it down, and then install the hanger. And I think what you should do instead is leave a little bit of slack, like I've got it right here as you just brought it around the tree. Drop it down into its place, and then just rotate it over while the strap is loose. And it seems to work significantly easier that way. Just pop it right over so it's already in place, and then you're just guiding it down into the grooves. Locked in. Then you just cinch down your hiss hauler. There you go. It's all locked into place, and then take it back off. You're just gonna give yourself a little bit of slack, feed that strap back out of that, over that little overlap that's right there, and then rotate it back out of place. Good to go. Okay, so I mentioned that this is technically a bow hanger. However, I found that it works wonderfully as a gun hanger as well. And here's how I would, kind of put it into play. So I'd have this off on the side here, and I've obviously got my shotgun because it's turkey season. My rifle's cleaned and put away. And I would face the direction I expected the game to come from. And some of the times I have two of these, one on one side, one on the other. But I'd have my gun right here at the ready, and I'd be watching the direction I wanted to. Now here's the cool thing. If you tinker with the height, you're in your saddle, you can take that gun and rotate it right into place. Check that out. It just rotates, and it does this a little more smoothly without with a rifle stock instead of a shotgun. But it rotates right into place. And I mean, and I'm looking right down the scope. So what I would do is I would just adjust my hiss hauler or the HME strap, or the daisy chain, whatever you're using, to where when you rotate this up, it's ready to be shot. And if I needed to angle down, I'd just slide forward a little bit. But for those longer distance shots, so, if I'm angling down, it's not a super long distance shot. But if I'm shooting, I don't know, 80 yards or further, what I found was this is dang rock solid. I could sit right here, lock it in, I could put my hand up here and really give myself a little more assurance if I needed to. It's a really bona fide way to use this for just outside of, its original intent, which is as a bow hanger. Now I did find that the 5-inch version worked a little bit better for this because as you rotate this forward, you could actually swing around the tree more. And if you're using your saddle, you can come all the way around, and vice versa. You can bring around the tree and you're staying in that one place. And that 5-inch arm gives you just a little bit more reach than the 3-inch arm. So, would I recommend it? I'm gonna base this judgment on 3 major factors that almost all of my gear gets judged by. 1, is it lightweight and compact? 2, does it bring value? Does it make my life easier as a hunter? And 3, is it multi-purpose? Now that third one sounds funny, but it's the most important, so I'm gonna hit that last. 1, does it provide value? Absolutely. At $25 for the 5-inch version, if you only had to buy one, this is a no-brainer. Sorry, so it passed that test. 2, is it compact? I've already told you, it slides into a pocket. It's super, super easy to stow. I really find no ability to knock it in that regard. And 3, is it multi-purpose? Yes. I detest singular purpose items. Money is cheap, and anytime that I can take one item and I can make it do 4 or 5 different things, that's awesome. And with the 5-inch version that is sold, you can use it as a bow rest or as a gun rest, which is awesome to me. And I really feel like as a saddle hunter, this is a no-brainer. This item is a no-brainer if you're gonna be a gun hunter, especially if you're gonna shoot beyond, let's say, 60, 70 yards. This thing really adds a degree of security. And if you put one on each side, so you're looking at a total cost of, what, 50 bucks here, you've got a shooting rest that goes all the way around 360 degrees. So I know a lot of people brace on the trees. I didn't find that was comfortable for me. So if that's something that you find isn't comfortable, maybe this is your solution. So I give it 2 Hobbit thumbs up. This is an awesome item, and I can't thank Genesis 3D enough for sending these items to me. So guys, if you like this video, do us a favor, like and subscribe. Check out Genesis 3D Printing. The link is in the bio of this episode. And check out the podcast if you haven't already. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, anywhere you find a podcast, and we'd love to have you. Until next time, get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Another gear review about the Genesis 3D bow hanger. We're gonna try this again. What's up, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it right this time, big mouth. Good thing you don't get tongue-tied like this talking to your wife. Old marble mouth McGillicuddy. I mean, it's ridiculously light. It folds up really... Okay, so, before we get into the gear review, alright, don't forget to smile. Boom! Okay, first things